Previously, our heroes overcame Misty's powerful water types in a humbling battle. Now, with renewed resolve, they set their sights on Vermilion's own Lieutenant Surge. But the road ahead holds tougher battles, harder lessons, and a storm they never saw coming. Find out what happens now on Pokémon Radical Red!
Having just overcome the huge mountain that is Misty, I was already looking forward to challenging Lieutenant Surge next. Without wasting a minute, we hopped downhill Route 5, dashed through the rock tunnel, and tried to avoid some trainers on Route 6. Once arriving in Vermilion, we catch our breath at the Pokémon Center, and immediately start prepping for our next gym challenge. Since we needed some speedsters and ground types, we evolved some Pokémons. Since we evolved into Rapidash at level 28, we evolved Gravy into Graveler at level 23, and also evolved Donkey into Mudsdale at level 30. We also actually managed to nab a good rod, and what else did we do? We tested it out. We captured Frilly the Frillish. Remember her, as she will not feature much in this episode but will be important later on. The gym was now blocked by a tree that needed to be cut, so we needed to get the cut TM in which the captain on board the SSN had. Thanks to the ticket provided by Bill back in Route 25, we onboard the ship. I was expecting to breeze through here, but there were some fearsome trainers in the way and were mandatory to defeat to progress forward. The trainers were not much of an issue, including Ann and Brooks, one of the mini-bosses. But the Storm Drain Sailors? Holy. As the name mentions, their team revolved around the ability Storm Drain, in which all water moves get redirected to the Pokemon having the ability. I did not expect to wipe twice here. I was thinking, I can't keep going into these battles blindly. So, I started to religiously refer to the Radical Red Dogs. After regrouping and sorting out the team's items and movesets, we take on the Sailors again. The goal was to start the battle by chipping away at the Lily with power-up punches, so that we can slowly gain momentum by boosting up with every hit. Patchy's role here was to support the team with Light Screen, and also handling the Cramorant with electric type moves. The approach worked, and the next pairing was sent out. Tatsugiri, another Pokemon with Storm Drain, and also Life Orb Nidoqueen. Really handily one-hit KOs Nidoqueen with the +3 Ice Punch, and slowly we chip away at the fish until it gets KO'd. Only Lumineon was left. We send out Sparky the Pikachu, and we win the battle. Learning the lesson that is to refer to the dogs before each mini-boss battle, I checked who could be the next opponent, and it was Brendan. Since he was leading with Loudred, I was thinking we could set up on him right away. So we start off the battle by sending out Patchy first. Patchy Thunderwaves Loudred, tanks a Hyper Voice, and we immediately swap to Riley to begin the sweep. Loudred breaks the Light Screen, but we begin to power up punch. One paralysis later, we punch and KO again, ending with a +2 in attack. Brendan sends out his ace, Grovyle, and we tank a Leaf Blade with a Rindo Berry. We one-hit KO Grovyle with the boosted Ice Punch. We chip at the faster Crawdaunt with another power-up punch, and outpace them with an Aqua Jet, KOing them. Lunatone, the final Pokemon, comes in and we easily one-hit KO it with the +3 boosted Aqua Jet. With Brendan out of the way, we tend to the poor ship captain and get the TM cut from him. And the SSN sails off. Now we can challenge Lieutenant Surge. But before that, I wanted to buff up the team comp for Surge and make it more grounded. So I headed over to Diglett Tunnel to capture some wild Pokemon. We managed to capture a Golett, Sandile, Gligar, Machop, Yamask, Trapinch, and a Numel, all great Pokemon with potential. We headed back to the Pokemon Center, took a look at the new recruits, considered what strategy we can come up with, and in the end came up with my Lieutenant Surge team. We lead with Patchy, and Surge leads with Pincursion, who sets up Electric Terrain. Patchy sets up Light Screen and tanks a Scald. We U-turn and send out Riley in hopes of setting up power-up punches. We tank a Discharge with the Wakan Berry and we power up punch again. Another discharge later, Willy is already in yellow, but we managed to KO Pincushion with a play rough. Palmot gets sent out, and immediately revenge kills Willy with a Thunder Punch. No sweep this time, yeah? We send out Bonnie to outspeed and cripple Palmot. We tank a Thunder Punch after wisping them, but then we one-hit KO the Mon with a play rough. Maybe should have set up with agility cause Bellybolt gets sent in. Sensing an incoming Muddy Water, I opted to stay in to wisp him. We get the burn, but Bonnie gets sacked. Patchy comes back on and sets up another light screen. We U-turn into Skiddy, who tanks the parabolic charge. We go for Earthquake and try to set up on them with some bulk ups. We then get paralyzed by Thunder Wave, which then Surge immediately swaps out to Vikavolt. But I was ready to tank this and hit back with Aerial Ace. We manage to tank, but Aerial Ace barely does any damage. We get decimated with a Bug Buzz, which was super effective. Things eventually snowballed. Gravy didn't even manage to do much and gets KO'd by Vikavolt as well. And Patchy, despite trying their best, gets KO'd after. Humpy comes in and tries his best effort. He actually managed to KO both Vikavolt and the incoming Mega Manectric. And the battle went down to the last Mon, Bellybolt and Humpy. This was the last turn and it boiled down to who was faster. Bellybolt was unfortunately faster and Muddy Waters came up, giving us our 6th wipe of the run. It was a really close tight battle which boiled down to the last Mon and the last decision. Maybe Humpy could have won if he was faster, but if I made better decisions during the battle, I would have not let victory slip by in such fashion. It was time to regroup again. Did we make any changes to the team? For the next attempt, I swapped out Skiddy for Polly for some steam engine shenanigans, like last episode. Attempt number 2, let's get at it. We tried to control the battle similarly to the first attempt, set up with Patchy and swap to Relido setup. Unfortunately, Bellybolt quickly stops Really in their tracks. In comes Bonnie to bait out the Muddy Water. One Thunder Wave later, we immediately swap to Polly to tank the Muddy Water with a Pasho Berry. We become fast, but unfortunately, nowhere near as strong enough to hit anyone. Bellybolt KOs Polly with a ×4 effective Muddy Water. Everything eventually just snowballs again, and all of our remaining Pokemons get KO'd. Okay, that strat didn't work, it's time to regroup again. It was time to see the team comp and really see what kinds of Pokemon you have and what roles. After some brief shuffling around and revising movesets and items, this was the new lineup. Patchy, the Playmaker. Really, the one with huge power. Skiddy, the Bulker Upper. Gliggly, the Wally Pivot. Humpy, the Special Wall Breaker. And Bonnie, the Speedy Revenge Killer. Attempt number 3. Really with Skiddy this time. One bulk up and Pincushion was peeing his pants. Surge immediately swaps to Vikavolt. Vikavolt unexpectedly outspeeds Gogoat and kills him with a single Bug Buzz. Patchy gets sent out and I misclick Charm and we tank it Bug Buzz. We immediately U-turn to Gliggly, who takes the Mud Shot easily. Gliggly properly walls the Vikavolt and we grittily kill the Vikavolt off. Bellybolt gets sent out and we're expecting some Muddy Waters now. We U-turn and switch to Patchy, who tanks it and eats their Citrus Berry. We set up a light screen and we U-turn again. We send Really out, who takes the Muddy Water like a champ. We begin power up punching them, but we get paralyzed by a Thunder Wave. Surge then immediately swaps out to Pincushion, who set up Terrain again. I was thinking in this moment, what would be the right call? As these charges are coming in, so I just stayed in and dig Pincushion. We almost did take it out, but we KO it in the next turn with Aqua Jet. Bellybolt comes on again, and we die to a Parabolic Charge. I should have swapped into Gliggly here to pivot, but I guess I did not want to lose my boost, so hence why I stayed in. We send out Patchy once more, and we dig. Bellybolt misses the Muddy Water. We get the hit in. Bellybolt Muddy Waters again, but misses again. We U-turn and swap out to Humpy to take on the charge. Camera Up tanks some muddy water, and we misclick again, picking Eruption. Earth Power would have killed here. We swap to Pachi again, and unfortunately he was unable to avoid another muddy water. We take the hit and live, however. We set up Light Screen, and finally get taken out by Hidden Power. Good job, Pachi. Bonnie gets sent out here, and we trade status effects. Surge immediately switches out to Palmot, so we wisp them to reduce the threat that the Palmot poses. Bonnie takes another Thunder Punch, but we manage to revenge kill him with a Corvette. Manectric, the ace, comes in. We pivot to Camera Up to tank the electric hit. After tanking a Hidden Power within red health, we one-hit KO the Manectric with Earth Power. Bullybelt gets sent out again. This was his final mon, but now we have 3 left. Winning was inevitable. After Humby gets KO'd, we revenge kill with Legally, using a Bulldoze, and the Thunder Badge was finally in our hands. Looking back, this battle had a lot of luck to it. If it weren't for Pachi being able to dodge all those muddy waters, we probably would have been set back more. With the level cap raised to 44, we continued to level up some of our team members. The starter, Liddy, who's back in the team, evolved into Incineroar at level 36. The Vroomy we caught at Mount Moon evolved into Revavroom at level 34. Monkey, the primate, who we caught as a Mankey, evolved into Annihilate at level 35. With the team now looking good, we decided to continue our journey towards the Pokemon League. Next stop, Celadon City.
With Lieutenant Surge defeated, our heroes can finally catch their breath and continue their Pokemon journey. But before challenging the grass expert Erica, they'll need to undergo an unexpected detour and weather the storm of fists by a true fighting type master. What skills will they sharpen? What techniques will they learn? What surprises await? Stay tuned for the next chapter of Pokemon Radical Red!
Hey everyone, if you reached this point of the video, you probably watched from beginning until the end. I really appreciate it. I've been through a lot of personal stuff recently, but I'm still trying to keep the uploads coming. So if you'd like to, you could drop a like and subscribe. It means a lot for me and for the channel as well. So that's about it. Thanks. See you in the next one. Take care.